guys. It has been a very long time, and clearly I'm not like prepared to be doing this video, but I have to do it because this is the only time that I have to do it. It's really hard to like know where to start with this, but basically I am going to start making videos again. This was like every year we have like a conversation, or like I think about for myself like what are the goals for the next year, right? Like at the end, like in December, I start thinking about like the next year, and part of it is also like what was wrong with last year, like personally, like clearly a lot was wrong with 2020 worldwide. But I just like, what was wrong, like personally, like what happened, what choices did we make, or what are things that we were unhappy with that we can change for 2021, right? We realized that like the vast majority of our life revolves around work. Both of us are really, what's the word, not ambitious, but like we take pride in our work, and so we think about it all the time. How can we make it better? What can we do? And then you think about like, okay, what's happening while I'm not there? And since we work together, it's like all we do is talk about work. So we needed to get back into things outside of work, like things for ourselves. I just like sharing like book stuff. Like it's a weird thing, but like I like telling people about good books, and I like telling people about bad books, and I just like reading, and like I'm reading anyway. I just need to kind of hold myself more accountable to reading more. And part of it is like I kind of feel that I have to read certain things. So like it's February, clearly, like I decorated for Valentine's. I just feel obligated to be reading romance and women's books, right? Which I don't like. I can't get into it. I already have that. Like I need something that I don't experience in my life, like bank robberies. I need kind of a deeper kind of a book, and so it's really hard for me to like for a whole month just read books that I know I'm probably not going to like. It's incredibly difficult. And like now that I know myself a little bit better than when I was like 18 starting this channel, I understand my own limitations a little bit differently, and I can kind of like trick myself now into getting things done the time that I need to get it done, and having everything like sorted and getting my stuff together. I am very confident that I can actually like get things done when I need to get them done now, instead of just like not having a video for a month. Can you see her? I'm gonna turn you. This little baby sitting on the couch. Yeah. Oh. So, summary of where I've been, because things have happened. It's been years, friends. I don't remember the last video that I made, like where it was. I can look back and see what it was, but like I don't really know chronologically where in my grand scheme of life things were happening. Sorry, my foot is going numb. So I'm just gonna like give you a summary of like the last 6 years. So Jack and I started dating at the end of January in 2015. So we started dating. I moved in with him and his dad in the summer of 2016. When I moved in with the two of them, I got another job at a bookstore. Then we moved back. My mom moved into our smaller property townhome. So Jack and I moved into the big house, because like that was the townhouse and the big house, like yes. And we moved in with a roommate, one of our friends. So our friend moved out in the spring of 2018. Jack and I lived alone for a few months, and then my uncle decided he wanted to move here and like to the state. And so he moved in with us. He stayed with us for a year. So while my uncle was staying with us in 2018, in the fall, I actually got pretty severely injured, like I got injured. I injured myself being stupid. So I was working at the bookstore, and up until this point, I hadn't really known that this is what was happening, but apparently my body is really prone to muscle spasms. I did not know what was happening, but I had worked out with my mom the day before, and so my muscles were like pretty fatigued and tore up, and like, so I was very sore. And so I'm working at the bookstore, and I did this. Like, I had like a bookshelf full of books, and I used the back of my hand to push the books further along the shelf, right? My muscle was in spasm, and it was already pretty torn up. And so when I did that, you know, pushing 100 pounds of books on like quite possibly like the weakest back muscles that I had, I like tore through 3 of the 5 muscle groups. Like, I just like shredded my shoulder. And because I was already pretty sore, I didn't realize it, and I kept working through it. And then after like 2 days, this shoulder was totally chill. Or was it the other? It was this one. I had done this one. But I was like, the other shoulder doesn't hurt anymore. Like, that soreness is gone. But like, I still can't like function on the other one. Like, I can't. So I went to the doctor, and my doctor was like, yeah, you're dumb. She's actually very nice about it. And I took 2 months off of work. I had decided to leave the bookstore anyway, but like the timing just kind of like worked out. So I took 2 months off work for like rehabilitation. I've gotten back to where the strength that I had before, because I was actually pretty weak before, hence the working out and tearing myself before I even hurt myself. And then while I was in those 2 months injured and couldn't do anything, Jack proposed, and then I went back to work at my old retail job and to work with him. So then we got married the summer of 2019 in June, and my uncle moved out, I think, at the beginning of July. We had some friends move in with us, and they've been living with us for about 1.5 years. I'm just going to refer to them as the girls, because there's a lot going on. I just don't feel comfortable like talking about them, and like what our situation is and what their situation is. There's like some legal issues involved. So 2020 happened. We started looking for a house to buy actually at the end of 2019, because we knew we had to move out October 2020. At the end, December 2019, we were like getting our paperwork all together, getting pre-approved, like trying to get, we were looking at a whole bunch of houses, just trying to figure out, to get more information and to really figure out what we wanted, and what was going to work for us. So then we started looking at houses. It was really hard, and there was so many houses up on the market, but this market in 2020, because of COVID, it started really late. Normally it starts like in the spring, and then it gets really crazy, and then it falls off towards the end of the summer. But because like technically like the market time like scooched up, nobody could look at houses until like June. Everybody was buying houses all at the same time, and so we got outbid. Like, we put in bids like 30,000-40,000 over asking price, and then we would get outbid by like 50,000-60,000. Even the places that had like foundation issues and we were overbidding, we were getting overbid. We were actually looking at houses here because this is by where Jack's dad lives. So we were looking at, I think we had like 2 or 3 houses in this neighborhood we were looking at, and we drove past, and I was like, or my roommate was like, look, there's a townhouse for sale. Like, they look kind of big. It looks like they have 2-car garages. We were eventually able to get a scheduled showing, and we actually saw the house twice before we put an offer in on it. Yeah, it was like, it works for us. And I'll give you guys a home tour in a little while. Not in this video. I will give you guys a walkthrough once the girls have moved, because I don't want to be like going into their rooms and stuff. Plus we're gonna have to do we're gonna be doing a lot to the house after they move, and I can take you guys along. She is just climbing all over me today. Yes, I still have the kitties. They are, how old are you? 13? And then shortly after we bought the house, or actually it was right before, my back had been killing me for months on end. And it got to the point where, like, when I was at work, I was either having to leave early, or I was like literally crying on the sales floor. I was in so much pain. Or I was calling out because I would get up in the morning and I physically wouldn't be able to like walk. I was in so much pain, my back hurt. And it was like my lower back and my hips. So eventually, because I thought, okay, maybe I'm just sore, like maybe because I'm stupid and I didn't learn from the thing 2 years ago, like I just kind of like let it go. And then because of COVID, I couldn't get into the doctors. Finally got into the doctor, and he was like, yeah, your spine's messed up. He's like, you have a really small curve, what is it called? Scoliosis. Like very minor. He's like, I wouldn't even say you have scoliosis, but there's like a slight, it's not like perfectly straight. But then I have lordosis, so my spine like comes out. Instead of like, you know, you've got like the S curve, and at the bottom, like there's like a little bit of mine it does like a sharper. That's what's causing me all the pain, and being on my feet for long hours, like, is making it worse. All they would have me do is exercises, so I have been doing a lot, and it's helped a lot, but now my job at work is vastly different. I had to step down. I couldn't work the hours that I was working. I couldn't do the job that I was doing for the amount of time. So yeah, so that's that. 2020 was awful. So that's where we're at now. I had one question for you guys. Since we're going to be doing a whole bunch of house stuff that's not book related, I don't know if you guys are even interested. I didn't know if you wanted, if you are interested, if you want it on this channel, or if you want me to just start like a vlog channel, like a separate, not book related thing, because I don't care either way. It's something that I'm interested in and I want to share with you guys, so I'm gonna make the videos either which way. But if a lot of you are like, no, I just want books here, then I won't. I can make a separate channel. It's not that like hard. So you guys you like let me know how you're feeling about that. But going forward, videos, I don't have like a schedule yet, like what day is doing what, because my schedule at work is like so wonky, and so is Jackson. Like we're just like in this like tumultuous time. I'm hoping to do weekly videos, like at least once a week. I'm hoping, I cannot promise you this, of book content on here. I've been talking for 50 minutes, and I hope that I cut like 20%, like 80% of it away. But long story short, summary is back to doing videos, try to do weekly updates. I will let you guys know if weird things are going on. If you have any questions, or again, like any book recommendations or anything you want, just go ahead and post them below. It's really exciting to be back. It's kind of stressful, very stressful, and nerve-wracking. But that's a thing that's happening again. I was hoping to have my first videos out first week of February, but that's not happening. Because we thought the girls were moving out, and they're not, as like in the time frame that we had originally planned on. So you might not get videos until after I've like redecorated my house. But oh yeah, I mean, we're gonna be redecorating anyway, because yeah, this week we get the new couch. Yeah, I don't really know how to end videos anymore. Like, what do you say? Goodbye? Like, see you later? I don't know. But I do have to start cleaning. So until next time. We'll just have to say that. Until next time. Bye, y'all.